starting from the government protecting its people, they are looking, first of all, they are going for the organizer. That's the truth. As they are going for the organizer too is pulling the people that I put in charge of the event. When a corporate entity decides, oh, let's plan the event by ourselves, you don't know the things we are watching out for when it comes to health and safety.
I'm just going to say this out here. Who is really to be blamed, when something happens? For example, I don't know which event was that where the whole stage fell down.
Going there.
The whole stage fell down. So are they going to blame the event planner? Are they going to blame the artist? Are they going to blame the company? Who is to take the blame?
It depends on who is doing the blaming. Because the people that are coming after you are plenty. So yes, starting with the government, right? Because actually when
everybody has to take from this.
Yeah, no. Like, I mean, so some of the events you just referred to, we recall about recently also there was the old stampede that happened in Ibadan. About 35 children died and all of that. Starting from the government protecting its people, they are looking, first of all, they are going for the organizer. That's the truth. They go for the organizer. As they are going for the organizer too is pulling the people that I put in charge of the event. Which takes me back to the question you had asked earlier. When a corporate entity decides, oh, let's plan the event by ourselves, you don't know the things we are watching out for when it comes to health and safety. Of course, it doesn't then mean that mishaps still don't happen, right? But like that, those are part of things we're talking about in terms of just
make provisions for that.
Yes, and even just allowing professionals do their work. So like the stampede that happened now, what we heard is people arriving earlier than the start time. Obviously, I'm sure I'm guessing, I'm believing that they made provision for, health and safety. So health and safety comes to fire services, ambulance, Red Cross, and even presence of security to ensure crowd control and all of that. Here in Lagos State actually asked us for all of those things. We recently did an event in TBS and we had to submit all of these documents. Wow. Yes, evacuation plan, exit plan. In fact, you have to, at the beginning of the event, if you don't create a video, they'll create a video for you and charge you for it, which is housekeeping, where you're saying where the exit points are, where the bathrooms are, and all of that. So depending on what each state is demanding of you, right, there's the things that you ought to do. So that's what I'm saying. A bank or a hospital cannot wake up and say, I'm doing a 1,000 event. You do not know all these things that need to be done and all of that. So like I said, depending on who is the blamer, the government obviously is coming after the organizer, right? And of course the public are like, is the
event planner.
No, actually the public most times, depending on who is organizing, like let's assume something wrong, like just choice the words now. You're going to, before you even hear is the brand that people are coming after. They're coming after the brand. Sometimes the brand is different from the CEO, just like in this case. So some people are coming after the CEO, who is the individual. Some people are coming after the brand. But obviously the government is everybody they are going to back. Because that's when they then pull up a whole lot of, you should have done this, you should have done this, you should have done that. So while some people feel like, they just collect money and everything, do those things, not just for ticking the box, right? But just because these are safety measures that are in place, should these things go wrong? Yeah.